Okay, we're going to be working on our oranges. So kindergarten, this is what you're going to do. Masterpiece Manager, open up the folder. Pass out everybody a white piece of paper, and you're going to keep the folder today. Keep the folder. When you get your white piece of paper, please make sure you turn it horizontal, side to side. Horizontal, side to side. Supply Manager, you're going to have give everybody a black crown out of your basket. Please make sure we don't touch the lids yet, just the crown. You're going to write your name and then your teacher's code. Please check the board behind Miss Lawson if you forgot your teacher's code. Once you do that, everybody's going to flip their paper, keeping it horizontal. And first we're going to start with a bowl. This is the bowl that we're going to be drawing the oranges in. So you're going to take your paper, take the top, and you're going to fold it to meet the bottom and crease it. This is going to give us our invisible line. Then you're going to open it back up, and you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but there's my invisible line, which is the fold. That's letting me know where to start the top of the bowl, because the top of the bowl is going to be right in that crease right there. We're not going all the way across. The bowl's not taking up the whole paper. So right in the middle, I'm going to draw a straight line going in that crease that we folded. Again, it's not going all the way across my paper. It's only in the middle of my paper. This is the top of your bowl. Now you're going to go on the side, the end of that line, and you're going to make a big U, going from one end of that line all the way across the other end. Now notice, my bowl does not touch the bottom of my paper. We got to leave some space because we're going to add the bottom of the bowl. So now, coming off the bottom, we're going to make two lines coming off. Again, it's right underneath the bottom of the bowl. And then you're going to go to the end of that line and connect it to the other line. So you should have a bowl sitting in the middle of your paper. Now we have to add the table where the bowl is going to be sitting. So come down some right in the middle. I'm going to start touching my bowl, draw a straight line all the way to the end of my paper. All the way to the end. Go all the way to the end of the paper. Now I don't want to draw across my bowl, but I want to make sure that my line is, this side is coming across. So I take my finger, start where that is, make sure I go across so I can see where it's going to start on this side and go all the way to the other side of the paper. So you should have a bowl sitting on a table. Now, Supply Manager, that's where these tops are going to come in handy. There are 4 tops. If you have 4 people, everybody gets their own. And we're going to do some tracing. Now, this is where the part can be a little more difficult. Let me move my camera in. Because you don't want to trace down here in the bowl, because when you have something sitting in a bowl, all you do is see the top picking out. You don't see the part that is sitting in the bowl. So you want to make sure when you are tracing this top, we don't trace the bottom half of this top. That's the part that my finger's moving across. We do not trace. Do not. So I'm going to start at the mouth of my bowl, and that's where I'm going to start tracing. But be careful. If I put my top out there, the orange is not in the bowl. You got to make sure the top is in the bowl. So I'm going to start on the side of the bowl right here, the top, trace over and around and go to the other side. And if I move it, it looks like the orange is in my bowl. I'm going to move my top over, still keeping it in the bowl. Now be careful, because I can see there's a black line right here through my top. I don't want to trace this little section right here, because then it'll look like 2 oranges are on crisscrossing each other, and that doesn't make sense. So I'm going to start where my orange is, trace the top, stop at the top of the bowl. Again, notice I went from my orange to the top of my bowl. And if I move it, you can see 2 oranges overlapping. This orange is over this orange, so it overlaps. Now we're not just going to do 2. We're going to take our top and we're going to move up. Now I need to be careful. We don't want to trace on the bottom half, because this is where the other orange is. So start on the orange over here, and you're tracing the top going all the way till you hit the other side of the orange. Stop on the other side of your orange. And if you move it, then you have another orange overlapping. So we are going to do 3 oranges, 1, 2, 3 oranges in our bowl. So when you've got your 3 oranges drawn, then you're going to take your top, put your top back in there, put your black crown back in there, and then we're going to take our paper. Supply manager, I'll be calling for this. Take your paper, get your folder, and you're going to stick your folder in your paper and close it. And then Miss Lawson will be calling Masterpiece Manager to bring the folder with your art back to the table.